Today, we're going to talk about the top 5 things that we think you need to do before you get your placement. Getting a placement is extremely overwhelming. And so these top 5 things are to help you not be so overwhelmed when you get that first child or when you get that child into your home. So number 1 is it's extremely important to build your village. And I can't stress enough how important the village is.
One way to do that is to join foster care support groups, through social media. Facebook has a lot of foster parent groups, and you may also can, through whoever your agency is, they might have foster mom night out or foster parent night out, and also through trainings, you'll meet other foster parents and connect with them so that you have people that you can go to so you can learn.
Number 2, find a pediatrician that takes the Medicaid. Most foster children are on Medicaid, and so it's critical to know, because there's so many. You're gonna have to use that person pretty quickly.
Yeah. So if you do a good job at building your village, it'll be easier for you to find a pediatrician, because people will say, "Hey, who knows of one in this area?" or whatever. For us, it was nice because we already had a pediatrician. We had younger kids. A lot of pediatricians, if you're a current patient, then they will take your foster kids. However, if you don't have any kids, a lot of pediatricians don't just take Medicaid for new patients. So it's a good idea to get that figured out before you get a placement.
Number 3, make sure you line up potential daycare, because unless you're a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, you're probably going to need some form of daycare, and so this is a critical step.
Yeah. So it may be an in-home care. Some in-home care people are accepted for foster children. It's something you need to get it checked out. You need to get it approved through your agency, or find a daycare center that do they have space, and it's kind of hard because you're not going to know exactly the age of kids that you're going to get. But you'd be surprised. There's some daycares that are really, really good to work with foster parents, and others that may not be, because, it's going to be random, like boom, in a day or two, you're going to need it. And so just kind of check around again, use that village to see if people can recommend a place.
Absolutely. Number 4, find groups that help support foster parents. There's groups that support foster parents in numerous different ways. So make sure that you find all those support groups before you even get started.
So that makes me think of, in our area, this place called Hope's Closet. They provide clothing. So when you get a new placement, you can go and they will give you 7 outfits, depending on the season. If they're infant, a little bit more, socks, underwear. They also have infant items, all those things. And then at the change of season, you get to go again and let the kids shop, for the clothes that they like. They do special things at the holidays, and also have training nights and mom and dad night out for foster parents, which is great. So I'm sure that there's similar things like that no matter where you're living. But again, rely on that village to ask about these things, right? So before you get that placement, hey, I'm interested in anybody know any services or support groups for that in places where you can utilize to share items. Somebody may say, hey, I'm in need of a twin bed, or I'm in need of a stroller, and those type of things.
One of the things I want to add to this is that a lot of times, if you feel like you're financially stable, you feel like you shouldn't use these services. And I promise you, these services are for all level of financial ability. They are designed to help the child. They're not giving to you, they're giving to the child. So don't let the financial stigma get in the way, because again, they're not helping you, they're helping the children that you have in care, which ultimately helps you, but that's not their goal.
I know when we had kids, like, it was a special thing that they got to go to this place and shop for their clothes. You know, our bio kids didn't get to. This was something special that they got to do. And the people that volunteer there, it's another opportunity for somebody else to pour into them and show these kids that you are loved, and people that you don't even know care about you and want to help you.
Absolutely. And number 5, do respite. I can't stress this enough. This jumping straight into foster care, sometimes, a full-time placement, sometimes isn't the best way to do it. Sometimes, getting your toes wet, dipping your toes in the water and understanding, it's not going to necessarily change your mind, but it's going to help you be prepared to know what to expect. And again, every child's different. So that every child's going to look a little different, but respite is really sort of, it's going to prepare you.
I think a thing that's great about respite is you can try out some ages and try about sibling groups. And then again, not only that, but then you're going to have whoever the foster parents that you did respite for is another person to bounce ideas off of and say,
Absolutely.
Oh, I really was thinking I would only do babies, but now you have this preteen and I kind of like them, but what are some of the struggles that you've gone through, so that you're not thinking, oh, it's all going to be peaches and cream. Like, you can talk to somebody and really know challenges so that you're ready to face them.
That's great. So those are our top 5 things. I would love to hear what you would add to this list. So please put comments below and let me know what you would add to this. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We're constantly updating new videos to help inform you to be the best foster parent you can be.